often told to leave the past in the past, to keep moving, to look forward. And sure, there is a lot of truth to that. Life doesn't wait, and neither can we. But here's something we don't talk about enough. Not everything in the rearview mirror is bad. Some of it is beautiful. Some of it is the reason you're standing here today. Some of it deserves a second glance. Not because you're stuck, but because you've grown. Because you're wiser now. Because the messy, imperfect, beautiful path behind you gifted you strength, clarity, empathy, and grit. And that's okay. And when life feels chaotic, everything around you feels loud and messy. Sometimes the greatest thing you can do isn't to push forward harder. It is to take one long, deep breath, glance back, and find one thing you survived, one thing you learned, and say to yourself, that mattered. That made me, and I'm still here. Today we're going to talk about the gift of looking back, and we're going to talk about how appreciating the gift of looking back, even in the middle of the mess, how it changes the way we walk forward, how it changes the way we love people, and how it softens the hard places and strengthens the tender ones, and how even when life feels pure chaos, there is still something good rising inside you. Welcome to And That's Okay, the podcast where we explore the ups and downs of life and remind ourselves that whatever we're feeling, it's for a reason, and that's okay. I'm Lisa Renee Scott, your host and a passionate believer that every feeling matters and every step forward counts. Each week, we'll dive into real-life challenges, share relatable experiences, and offer actionable steps to help you navigate through it all. Before we jump in, I want to remind you that I'm not a licensed doctor or therapist. I'm here to share experiences and insights that have worked for me and others like me. Let's be real. When you're in the middle of it, whatever your it looks like, the last thing you want someone telling you is just be grateful or find the lesson or what's the silver lining, right? When your heart is breaking or plans are unraveling or you're carrying things no one else can even see, it feels a little impossible to be thankful. It feels a little impossible to even think straight, let alone look at a big picture. And that's okay. Nobody's asking you to throw a party for the hard stuff. But what if, instead of ignoring it, you got curious about it? What if, instead of racing past it, you let yourself glance back with softer eyes? Not to judge yourself or the people around you, not to shame yourself or guilt anyone, but to recognize the things you survived. The way you kept showing up when you wanted to give up. The way you learned to say no even when it made you feel guilty. The way you learned to apologize when you needed to and forgive when you didn't want to. The way you found little pieces of beauty even in the ugliest days. That's the gift. That's where the appreciation lies. The past isn't all scars. It's a recording of your rising. And every time you acknowledge it, every time you let yourself feel even a sliver of appreciation for how far you've come, you shift something inside of yourself. You make more room for hope. You make more room for joy. You even make more room to support the people you love because you're no longer carrying shame about your story. You're carrying strength. And that strength is contagious. It shows up in how you speak. It shows up in how you listen. It shows up in how you stay in conversations during hard seasons, in moments that matter. So when life feels messy and totally out of control, when you don't know what's next, You don't have to fake positivity. You just have to be willing to look back with different eyes. Eyes that see the gift and eyes that see appreciation. Eyes that say, that was hard, but I'm here. And that mattered in the moment so that I could learn the lesson. But how do you actually do this when life feels like it's swallowing you whole? I have 5 action steps that I'd like for you to try. 1, pause and name one moment you're proud of. Right now, today, big or small. It could be the way you handled a hard conversation or simply the fact that you got out of bed and keep going. I want you to write it down or speak it out loud with your own voice. Here's the sentence. I'm proud of blank. And anchor yourself in that truth that you are proud of yourself for handling X or going through X. 2, start a look what I survived list. Mine's quite long. Not every day and not every week will we have a survival moment. When you feel overwhelmed is when you need to reflect on this list. One quick line. Here's how it goes. I survived blank, and here I am. You survived. So keep it in the notes app on your phone or a notebook by your bed and reflect on it when you need strength. 3, text someone and thank them for a lesson that they helped you learn. Gratitude grows when it's shared. Even a simple, hey, you helped me see I was stronger than I thought I was. Thank you so much. Pick one person from your past, even if you're not even close anymore, and send them a message. You never know how that's going to affect their day too. 4, create a 3-minute rear view ritual. Once a week, set a reminder and just take 3 minutes to think about what moment from my past feels different now that I'm older, wiser, and stronger and survived it. This requires a reflection. You have to write it down, or you can even put it in a voice memo. But here's the catch. There's no judgment, and there's no overthinking it. If you're writing it down, don't think about punctuation or spelling, just write. 5, speak one affirmation out loud when life gets chaotic. An example that I use is, I have done hard things before and I can do this too. Put it on a sticky note. Put it on your mirror or in your car, like in the visor, or somewhere you'll see it in the middle of chaos, wherever that is. If you're listening to this today and your heart feels heavy or tired or stretched too thin, I want you to hear this. It's okay that it feels heavy. It's okay that it feels messy. It's okay that you don't always know how to appreciate what you're walking through yet. Healing isn't linear. Gratitude isn't instant. But just the fact that you're willing to be here, to listen, to breathe into the possibility that your past has given you something good, that matters. You matter, exactly as you are in this moment. So let's recap those action steps real quick. Pause and name a moment you're proud of. Start your Look What I Survived list. Text someone who helped you learn. Create a 3-minute rear view ritual. Speak one strength-based affirmation out loud. You don't have to master them all today. Pick one. Start there and let it grow. Remember, your past isn't just a record of what hurt you. It's also a record of what built you. And when you can honor and appreciate the gift of looking back, you build a stronger, softer, braver future. One step, one breath, one moment at a time. Thanks for tuning into this episode of And That's Okay. I hope you found our discussion insightful and that you're leaving with some practical steps to apply in your own life. Remember, no matter what you're feeling or going through, you have feelings, and that's okay. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who might benefit from today's topic. Until next week, take care and keep moving forward. One feeling, one step at a time.